Hello, dear students. Welcome back to the session on band break. As we have already discussed about the band break in the previous session and classification of band break. So there are two kinds of band breaks that we have come across. One is simple band break, another one is differential band break. So as applied to simple band break, so in case of simple band break, what happens? The one end of the band is connected to the fulcrum point or fixed pivot point, and the other end is connected to the at any particular point on the lever. Now, and also we have discussed about the design procedure of simple band break in the previous session. Now let us take another problem on simple band break. So in this problem, the statement includes the diameter of drum which is given as 600 mm, and then the band passing over the drum with an angle of 210 degrees. So the angle of contact is theta, that is 210 degrees, that is given here. And the one end of the band is connected to the fulcrum point, and the other end is connected to the brake lever at a distance of 400 mm from the fulcrum. So the brake lever is having a length of 1 meter, and the brake is to absorb 15 kilowatt of power at 720 rpm. So here we have to design the simple band brake. Along with that, we have to design the brake lever, which is having a rectangular cross section, and here the depth of the lever or the rectangular cross section is to be thrice of the width that is given, and allowable stress for the material lever material is 80 MPa, that is also given. Since here in this particular problem, so the material used for the, or the friction lining material which is used in the on the face of a brake is not given. So brake liner, what we say, that is not given. So here that band is assumed to be made of or is a steel band, and the coefficient of friction is to be assumed here as zero point 0.3, and sigma d, that is what the static stress of the band in the band, that is 50 newton per mm square, and this is also a assumed value. Next thing that we have to consider here is to note down the given data. So theta is 210 degrees, so it is to be converted into uh, radians. So that radians is converted by multiplying pi by 180 to that given value of degree value, that is theta value. So the value what we get is 3.66 radians, and then the power absorbed during the brake application, that is given as 15 kilowatt, and n is 720 rpm. So those two values are also listed here. And in addition to that, the band is connected to the fulcrum point, and the other end of the band is connected to the lever at a distance of 400 mm from the fulcrum. So that is nothing but b value, and length of the lever is given here as 1000 mm, that is 1 meter. So these values are given, but the sketch is not given. So by using the given information, you can plot the sketch. So initially a brake drum of diameter 600 mm, that is to be drawn, and here the one end is connected to the brake fulcrum point, and the other end is connected to the brake lever. So we have to see that the approximate inclination or the angle subtended by this band during the connection or in contact with that particular drum is 210 degrees, that is given. So by considering that particular value, we have to plot the sketch. So this is what the simple band brake, and here the value of A is nothing but the length of the lever, and B is the distance between the end of the band from the fulcrum, which is connected on the lever. And brake lever is having a rectangular cross section, having h1, that is depth, as thrice the width of the brake lever, and assume the stress value for the brake lever material as 80 newton per mm square. So this is what the given thing. So as usual, for according to the general procedure, initially we have to get the value of frictional torque or torque required to overcome the friction during the application of brake or during the absorption of power. So here we have the fundamental expression of power P. P is equal to 2 pi n T divided by 60 into 1000. So in this equation, we know the value of P, we know the value of n, pi is constant and 2 is also constant. So only the value of T, that is unknown. So that's what we have to get here. So it is to be modified, and here you will be getting the value of torque T as 198.96 Newton meter. So P is what in kilowatt here. P is in kilowatt, that is 15 kilowatt, that is given. So the same value you have to substitute here. And N value is RPM, and that is 720 RPM. So that also you have to use here. So this is the values they are to be substituted, and you will be getting the value in Newton meter. So the Newton meter is to be converted into Newton mm by multiplying the obtained answer by 1000. So that torque value is 198.96 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. So once you calculate all these, say torque value, the next step, that is to calculate the tangential force. So tangential force is given by torque per radius, or say the torque value that we are calculating by using Ft into R, that is tangential force multiplied by the radius of the drum, Ft into R. So by using this equation itself, you have to get the value of Ft. Ft is equal to T by R. So this is equal to 198.96 into 10 raised to 3 divided by the diameter of the radius of the drum, that is 300 mm. So that's 663 newtons. So this is the value that is obtained. So once you get this value, so the next step is to calculate the tensions in the band, that is forces acting on either side of the connection of the band, or say band tensions. So tensions, they are here they are represented with the notation F1 is the tight side tension or the tight side force, and F2 be the force exerted at the slack side. So that we can get the values of F1 and F2 here. So to get the values of F1 and F2, as we have already discussed in the previous session, F1 minus F2 is equal to Ft. So this is the one of the equation, and another equation is F1 driving tension ratio, that is F1 by F2. F1 by F2 is equal to e raised to mu theta. So that here we have to replace one of the terms, say either F1 or F2 in terms of e raised to mu theta, and the other one is either F1 or F2. Say for example, F1 is F2 into e raised to mu theta. So F1 is replaced by F2 into e raised to mu theta, so that the equation for F2 that is obtained here like this. So or otherwise you directly refer the data handbook, page number 269. So page number 269 gives the expressions for F1 as well as F2. So these conversions are by using these two fundamental expressions itself. So Ft into e raised to mu theta divided by e raised to mu theta minus 1. So here Ft value is calculated here as 663 newtons, 663 newtons, and e raised to mu theta, that is 2.99, that is approximately equal to 3. So e raised to mu is 0.3 given, and this is what the radian value of theta. Theta is in terms of radians. So 3.66 that you have to substitute, so that you will be getting the value of F1 as 994.5 newtons, and F2 as Ft into 1 divided by e raised to mu theta minus 1, that is the value what you are getting here for F2 as 331.5 newtons. So this is the step to calculate the values of F1 and F2. So once you get F1 and F2, the next step is to get the value of operating force or the braking torque or braking force. So the same sketch that we have to redraw again. So this is the sketch which is having the bands connected at one end of the band is connected to the fulcrum, and other is at a distance of b from the fulcrum point, and it is rotating in clockwise direction. So with respect to this clockwise direction rotation, so the pulling side that is to be represented or regarded as a tight side, and the force or the tension that is induced here is F1, and F2 be the slack side tension that is on the slack side. So the value of F that you get here, so to get this value of F, either you can refer the data handbook figure E of page number 270. Either you refer that figure, or directly you can use the fundamental expression. Say for clockwise rotation, and take the moment about the fulcrum point, so that F into A is one moment and another one is F2 into B, so which is in opposite direction, so that is equal to, so FA is equal to, or FA minus F2B, or FA equal to F2B. So this is what the another expression, so the another method from fundamental method. So this, for this equation or this particular thing, that gives the equation for F. So F is equal to F2 into B divided by the equation which is available in the data handbook, and the value what we get here is 132.6 newtons. And similarly for clockwise rotation, what happens, so the tight side becomes slack side and slack side becomes the tight side here. Say this is what the expression, say this is what the sketch, and now the rotation of the drum is clockwise. So with respect to that, so this side becomes the tight side, and which is represented here as F1, and this will be the slack side, and it is represented with the notation F2, and this distance is represented here as B, and from this point to this point the distance is A. So by using this expression or equation, we can get the expression for F by taking the moment about this fulcrum point, that is F1B divided by A, or you can refer the equation 13.17. So that is with respect to figure E of page number 270, C and D equations. So you can get the value of F here, that is 397.292, that is in newtons. So once you get these two values, we have to identify the maximum operating force. So maximum operating force is nothing but, or maximum braking force is nothing but the maximum value of F, either that is for clockwise rotation or for anti-clockwise rotation. So by seeing these two values, for clockwise 132.6 newtons, and for counterclockwise rotation, that is 397.92 newtons. So with these values, say here if you compare these two, so for counterclockwise rotation the value of operating force is maximum, hence we can write the maximum F max equation, or the F max value is 397.92, so which is taken from this expression, that is for counterclockwise rotation. So for counterclockwise rotation the value of F is said to be maximum, that is F max. F max. So that is what for the counterclockwise rotation. So that we have to identify here. So once you get that value, the next step is to go for the width of band determination. So width of band is given by h equal to 0.005 times d, 0.005 times d, and that is nothing but 3 mm. And also we will be having another equation, that is width of band. So thickness of band and width of band. So this is the thickness equation, that is thickness of the band, and this equation is related to the width of band. Width of band. So width of band is given by F1 divided by H into sigma d. So this value is 7 mm. So what is F1? F1 is calculated in the previous step, that is the tension at the tight side, and H is the thickness of the band, which is 3 mm obtained here, and that you have to substitute, and sigma d is 50 Newton per mm square, that is assumed, that you have to substitute, so that the value is 7 mm. So once you get all these values, the next step is to go for the design of lever step. So in this design of lever step, so here we have to consider the given values if they are given. If they are not given, you have to assume some of the parameters, such as h is equal to 3 times b1, which is given here. Even though if it is not given, you have to assume the same value, and the sigma that is given 80 Newton per mm square. Suppose if it is not given, you have to assume, or you have to refer the appendix 1, page number 463 of the data handbook, and you have to take the either C30 or C40 steel for that sigma y and factor of safety, that you have to note there. Now by using the equation of bending, that is sigma equal to m into c divided by I, that is what the bending stress equation. So here c is equal to h1 by 2 and I is equal to b1 h1 cube divided by 12. So that is moment of inertia, equation of moment of inertia, and this is the equation of CG from the extreme fiber, and this is the maximum bending moment, M equal to F max into A. What is F max? F max is the maximum force for the counterclockwise rotation, what we got here, not for clockwise. So that value you have to substitute here, so that the value of maximum bending moment is this one, and the value of B is 13, B1 is 13 mm, and H1 is 3 times that, that is 39 mm. So this is what the last step that we have to calculate, and here you have to substitute all the values in this expression. So this value is 80 Newton per mm square, and this value is to be substituted here, and C value in terms of H1, but H1 is what, 3 times B1, so 3 by 2 into B1 that you have to substitute here, and then I is B1 H1 cube divided by 12. So this expression that you have to substitute here, so one of the term gets cancelled, only one unknown that remains here, that is B1 that you will be getting, and then H1. So this is related to one of the problems, and after this there is another problem where we band break is shown in the sketch. So this is also a problem which is taken from the one of the previous question papers itself. So here, with respect to the given case, say V belt is given. So V belt is given and having a pitch diameter of 400 mm. So the diameter of the drum is 400 mm, and the pulley which is used here is V pulley. So in the previous case, the pulley which was used, that is flat pulley, flat surface. So no V groove that is provided on the flat surface. So groove angle is 40 degrees here, and coefficient of friction is 0.3, determine the power rating of the brake. So this is the thing that we have to calculate here. So with respect to this particular thing, say F, the operating force is given here in the sketch. So operating force is 100 newtons, and the direction of rotation, that is also specified, and it is rotating in a clockwise direction, so that it will be F1 and it is F2. The right side will be F1 and this one is F2, and R is 200 mm, theta is 180 degree. By seeing the sketch, the value of theta that is noted here, that is 180 degrees, that is nothing but pi radians, and B value is 400 mm as it is given, and A value is 750 mm. So this is A and this one is B. So these two values they are noted, and it is rotating with RPM of 400 RPM. So 2 alpha, that is the groove angle given as 40 degrees, and alpha is equal to 20 degrees. So here mu value, or the particular notation of mu, is to be replaced by mu1. Mu is to be replaced by mu1. So therefore mu1 is calculated as mu by sine alpha for V angle, for V belt, or for V band, or for a V grooved pulley. So for this case, mu is to be replaced by mu1, so that mu1 is equal to mu by sine alpha, that is 0.3 divided by sine of 20 degrees. So this value is 0.875, 0.875. And also in the meantime, we can calculate e raised to mu1 into theta, 0.875 into pi radians, that gives the value of 15.62, that is e raised to mu theta, which is also equal to the tension ratio, that is F1 divided by F2, F1 divided by F2. So these are the things that we have to note here. Once you get all these values, the next step is to calculate the tangential force. So what about the torque? So since the torque value is also not given here, so we have to calculate the power. You have to calculate the power means we require the value of torque here. So to get the torque value, Ft value is essential. So by using figure E of the data handbook, equation number 13.19c of page number 270 of the data handbook. So there we have got the expression for F. F is equal to F2 into B divided by A. By taking moment also we can get the same equation. So here F2 into B divided by A means we don't know the value of F2. Either you can calculate F2 separately and substitute here, or directly the expansion is also given adjacent to this equation in the equation number 13.19c. So by using that equation, Ft into B divided by A into bracket 1 divided by E raised to mu1 theta it is. What is this? This one is to be written as E raised to mu1 into theta. So minus 1. So mu1 is calculated. So that mu1 is to be used here. But E raised to mu1 theta is itself calculated here 15.62. So that the value of Ft what we get is 2741 newtons. So once you get this value, the next step is to go for the calculation of torque. You have to go for the, you have to go in the reverse order here. So you have to get the value of Ft with the known value of F, and you have to get the value of torque with the obtained or calculated value of Ft. R is known. So that the equation that gives the value of 54,000, so 548.250 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. So this is what in Newton mm here. And with respect to the next, say convert this one into Newton meter, divide this equation by 1000, so that you will be getting the answer in terms of Newton meter. So once you get to that value, next you use the fundamental equation of power. Power is given by 2 pi nt divided by 60 into 1000. So by using this equation, you will be getting the value of uh, power as 22.96 kilowatts. So this is what the required answer here. What is asked, or what is to be what you have to calculate the power rating. So by using the fundamental expression of power, that you can calculate the power here. So this is the thing that we have to carry out here. So I conclude the session now. In the next session, I will take one more example with respect to the same case or simple band case. Thank you.